It may be the middle of January, but you would think it was springtime given the amount of horse manure that Donald Trump is fertilizing his followers' brains with on his Twitter feed. For Trump, the imminence of his impeachment trial, not the length of the day or the temperature, is the primary motivating factor for his spreading of the smelly droppings, laden with lies. The president began his social media day with a generic assault on Virginia Democrats who are facing an invasion of their state capitol by a group of armed gun rights protesters who somehow believe the NRA propaganda that sensible gun regulations can only be equated with a left-wing attempt to take away their guns. Trump, naturally, merely repeated the NRA talking point to claim that Democrats are trying to take away Americans' gun rights and make a Republican campaign pitch. The Democratic Party and the great Commonwealth of Virginia are working hard to take away your Second Amendment rights. This is just the beginning. Don't let it happen. Vote Republican in 2020. Donald J. Trump, @RealDonaldTrump, January 20, 2020. Add your name to tell McConnell to allow impeachment witnesses. We demand Trump get a fair trial. Next, the president went even heavier on the fertilizer with an easily disproved lie, claiming that House Democrats didn't try to get the testimony of key White House aides such as former National Security Advisor John Bolton rather than the truth, which is that Trump himself blocked them from testifying by claiming a constitutionally suspect right of unlimited executive privilege. They didn't want John Bolton and others in the House. They were in too much of a rush. Now they want them all in the Senate. Not supposed to be that way. Donald J. Trump, @RealDonaldTrump, January 20, 2020. At least he's right that it's not supposed to be that way. Trump's habit of projection kicks off his next tweet, as he describes Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, DNY, as "crying Chuck," while wailing like a baby over the perceived unfairness of his impeachment because, you know, having witnesses in a trial who can verify the multiple charges against you is just so unfair. BWAAA. Crying Chuck Schumer is now asking for fairness when he and the Democrat House members worked together to make sure I got zero fairness in the House. So, what else is new? Donald J. Trump, @RealDonaldTrump, January 20, 2020. Of course, the president neglects to mention that he was invited to have his attorneys participate in the House impeachment hearings and simply refused, but he expects that none of the intended targets of his propagandistic tweets were paying close enough attention to remember that. After his busy morning of fertilizing the minds of his base, the president needed a palate cleanser to take the smell of the stinking pile of lies out of his head, so he decided to pretend he was at an Olympic event cheering on the national team. Or at least, that's the only likely explanation one can think of for his next gratuitous tweet. USA, 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 Donald J. Trump, @RealDonaldTrump, January 20, 2020. This might be a good time to remind people of the definition of the word echolalia, the meaningless repetition of another person's spoken words as a symptom of psychiatric disorder. Follow Vinny Longoberto on Twitter. Join millions calling for Akbar to resign after he defied his constitutional obligations to protect Trump. Vinny Longoberto is a 35-year veteran of the TV, mobile. His passions are politics, music, and art. Let's block ads. Why?